Namaste everyone and welcome to Om Incense Show with DJ, a show that helps you increase your incense quotient. So if you are an incense enthusiast, consider subscribing. So today we have yet another incense from Spiritual Sky, the ISKCON incense, and this was also requested by Shatrupaji. So we have this Vrindavan Flora. I was planning to do the sandalwood one, but then I tried this and I was like so smitten. I said I had to share this with you guys. So we're doing this Spiritual Sky, and this is Vrindavan Flora. It's a very nice orange, peachish, orangish kind of a color. The same simple branding all over. That temple is there and the thing is there. And this also is 150 sticks, 250 grams for 200 rupees. And as usual, there are a lot of incenses here, and it feels really good to see those many incenses. So this is what we have in the pack. Is that normal plastic pouch inside that we have, plain branded one, the plain pouch we have. And the incense that we get inside is this usual brown incense, which is like 9-inch incense. We have pink bamboo core in this, which is nice, smooth and sturdy. So this is what we have. There's a lot of masala on top, but this is a machine made dipped incense and they have applied quite a lot of masala on top. So this is what they have. So when you sniff the cold incense, the note that is there, the top note is a little bit of an resinous, nice rich masala, resinous kind of fragrance with a hint of sweetness to it. That's the kind of fragrance this has. Now when we light up the incense, but before that, when we open the pack, that sweetness actually gets onto you. It's like, I remember opening this pack and my mouth had started to water actually. That juicy sweetness is there. I don't know what they've got. That sweetness is something different, you know. It's like that sweetness was a very nice, rich, floral kind of sweetness. That's the kind of sweetness this has. But when we light up the incense, the fragrance that we get is a very nice, rich, resinous masala fragrance. And in the base somewhere we have a very nice wooden note. And this entire fragrance is like, you know, it has a nice sweetness around it. So the entire blend is like very nice and sweet. But the main fragrance that you get is a nice, rich, resinous masala kind of fragrance. It has, you know, some of the whiffs will also give you a note of gulkand, if I may say. That's the kind of nice sweetness that it has. And it's a very nice, rich fragrance. You would definitely be reminded of a temple, a nice, calm, serene temple somewhere. That's the kind of fragrance this has. If we talk about diffusion, the diffusion is quite good. The capacity of it is nice because it diffused in my entire house. So I'm sure the diffusion capacity is quite good. The retention is around 4 to 5 hours. So that I would say is fair enough. And it would be counted as good. That's the kind of retention this has. So if you like a fragrance, yeah, and the intensity is like mid-mild. It's neither very hard nor very low. So it's not something which will go unnoticed, nor is it something that is going to smother you. So it has a nice presence in your house, a very welcoming one. It's not going to irritate anybody unless and until, of course, if there's somebody who doesn't like incense at all, then that's a different case. But mostly, most people would like this incense. And in that middle level of intensity, it has a nice, sure presence. It has a frail body, but the presence is quite sure. So that's the kind of intensity it has, with a nice, rich masala, resinous kind of fragrance. If you like that kind of fragrance, if you like temple kind of fragrance, which makes you feel calm and relaxed and grounded, if that's the kind of fragrance you like, then this is something that you would certainly like. I really liked it. I remember trying Vrindavan Flora from one other brand. I don't exactly remember the brand, but I remember buying Vrindavan Flora from them and I just didn't like it. But this is a fragrance like Nag Champa. This also has a cult following of its own. Many people like Vrindavan Flora a lot, and I was quite surprised when I hadn't liked it. But then, of course, like Nag Champa also, Satya Sai, Nag Champa is something that people rave about. Most people really like that fragrance. However, I did not like it as much as I like the Golok one. So, but otherwise the blend is something like which is really famous. So just like Nag Champa, this blend, the Vrindavan Flora, is also quite good. I really like this, and that's the reason I'm going to give it a star rating of 4. So we have 4 for Spiritual Sky Vrindavan Flora from ISKCON. Says always chant Hare Krishna. So this is there. Now the quiz that we had last time was name an incense ingredient which as per Veda is called the flesh of the gods. So the answer is Google. Google is known as the flesh of the gods in Vedas. The quiz that we have this time is name an incense ingredient that's one of the most important resins in the worship of most tantric forms of Devis and Devtas. So that's the quiz for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode and you learned something from it. Next time I'll be doing 7 of my favorite incenses in the range of around 125 to 200. So you might just want to check out that episode for Friday. And I hope you enjoyed this episode and you learned something from it. Till we meet again next, take very good care of yourself. Namaste.